little story time of how I caught this girl who was messing with my dude hiding in his closet. Yeah, I caught that little nasty hoe hiding in his closet. Now, I will admit, it was partially my fault because I was dating somebody who was known for being a capital H-O-E, okay? But me being stupid, I'm like, power of the P-U-S-S-Y, I'm gonna change this man. Ladies, don't ever do that because that is stupid. So I met this guy through a friend, and off rip, she told me, she was like, listen, he's a real cool guy. He'll spend whatever on you, but he got hoes. And I really didn't care too much about it because it was like, okay, we're just gonna get to know each other. Like, I didn't expect for us to be serious, take it seriously. It was just like, you know, somebody to talk to, somebody to pass time with. Let me tell y'all something. He was fine as hell, okay? And he was out there doing his thing. Well, he was scamming. So he was really nice looking, had his own, he was making a little bit of money, and everything was really, really good with him. And before I knew it, child, I was in my feelings about him. And then he finally asked me to be his girlfriend. So before I agreed, like, I did tell him that, you know, I heard certain things about him and that, you know, I wasn't going to deal with that. I wasn't willing to be bothered with no other female. And he was like, nah, you know, he only does his thing when he's not in a relationship. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go ahead and let's make it happen. Now, the house he was staying at, he did tell me that him and his ex-girlfriend did live there together and that she still had his key. And so I asked him, I'm like, why didn't you get your key back if, you know, y'all not together anymore? And he was telling me how, you know, they was still like kind of going back and forth and this, that, and the third. But then when he finally decided that he didn't want to deal with her no more, he just never found the time to go and get his key. So then I asked him, why don't you just change the locks? And he was like, nah, you know, I'm just going to go get my key. So that should have been red flag number one. But like I said, I was all in my feelings about him. So I just completely put that off to the side. Like, I didn't even think about it. So y'all, a few months later, an incident happens in front of his house, which I should have left him when it happened. But I was so like crazy about him that, y'all, I just decided to stay. So one day I pull up to his house and he is outside, like, I could tell like he was yelling, like going back and forth with the female. So I'm looking like, who the hell is this? Because I've never seen that person before.